Well, welcome everybody to CAS 50. CAS is CAS 50. CAS stands for Computer Application Systems, and 50 is our intro to computer applications. Microsoft Office has a number of applications, and the most popular ones are Windows Office. And within Office, you also happen to have Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft Access. So this is an introductory course that will bring you into the world of Microsoft Office and Windows. And we will go ahead and begin by first making sure that you have access to the syllabus. The syllabus is included with this welcome email, and you will read through the syllabus. Notice in the very second paragraph of our syllabus, discord.com. Discord.com is going to be used as our primary communications tool. It is an immediate instant messaging system. It is free. It is an app that you can use on your tablet, on your computers, at home, as well as on your cell phone. Now, needless to say, for messaging, for quick text information coming in, cell phone will work just fine, but try not to do any of your computer work on your cell phone. The cell phone is reserved specifically and strictly only for Discord messaging, so you can see a message come in from either myself, the instructor, or fellow classmates. You can see attachments. You can view the attachments, but don't try to do any of the exercises of the attachments on your cell phone. So the cell phone screen is just too small and too limited for that. You want to be doing all the rest of your work for the semester on a real computer. Now, computer means you can use a laptop. That is a PC laptop or a Chromebook or a Mac. The software that you will be acquiring through the bookstore will work on any of those three platforms. The Discord, however, let's stay with that, is our communications tool. And there's a link that I've highlighted here on the screen that when you click on it, will take you into registering for Discord. And it's one of the first things that you're going to be needing to do. It's a 25-point assignment. And it should be done either before we begin our class next week, or certainly no later than the end of next week. And let's go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and read this together and make sure we have a pretty good understanding of what Discord is. Some of you may already be familiar with Discord, but a lot of you may not be. So we will be using Discord as our primary communications tool. It allows immediate student to student, or student to instructor, or instructor to all the students messaging. This can be done by text or voice. I generally use text. Discord.com is a free app. Best four-letter word there is in the English language is free, next to the word love. So as it is free, as we stated before, it can be used on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. It became popular through international video gaming teams. They've totally embraced Discord as a messaging system for strategizing their game plan, where one player may be in Buenos Aires, another one may be in Rome, another one may be in Vancouver, Canada, and they're all playing a game against Team B. They can strategize instantly with each other using this software and be able to communicate very effectively through it. So we will be using this for discussions. We will be using Discord for announcements, as well as for other study forums. Canvas is our learning management system, our LMS. It will remain our primary LMS, learning management system, and we're going to use Canvas for submitting most of our work will be submitted on Canvas. You'll be using Canvas for checking your grades, progress, and things of that sort. The link to Discord is clicked here. And when you do click here, it'll take you to the website. Just be sure, this is very important, when you create your username in Discord, you want to use a username that is a very specific format. That format should be your first name, followed by your last name. So if your first name is John, your last name is Smith, then your username is John Smith. Some of you who have engaged in Discord before have interesting gaming names. but none of us would be able to recognize each other in our class if you identified yourself solely as Funny Bunny 69. We have no idea who that is. So for registering into our class for CAS 50, you want to use the format that is first name, last name. Okay, let's take you there and show you what that looks like. I'm going to go here, Discord. And Discord opens up, looks like this, and you will type in the username and hit the continue button and finish your registration process. The Discord screen, when it is fully developed and utilized by all of your classmates, will look something more like this. So when you click on the link that's in the syllabus, you will be taken immediately to this screen, and it goes to show CAS 50 Spring 2023. My name here is Kogai, and you type in the username as we have requested and go ahead and click continue, and that will complete your process of registering into Discord. Now, once you have done so, what Discord will look like is something like this. Our screen will be a welcome to CAS 50 Spring 2023. And so far I have another instructor in here, Professor Jason Correa. If I hit the plus, I will be able to upload a file, and I will go ahead and upload our syllabus. So come here, click on the syllabus, hit open, and it shows up as an attachment. Now I'm going to hit the ampersand and allows me to click everyone, which would be everyone in our class. Right now, as you can see in our class, it's only myself and the other instructor. When you all join, your name will populate on the right-hand side. And so right now, just click everyone. So when you log in, you'll be able to see this message that goes back to the beginning of our Discord. And so this will be welcome to CAS 50. And I will hit enter. And so the moment I hit enter, the attachment will go onto the screen, become live, ready for you to click on and download, as well as the message will be posted. So here is the PDF, which can be downloaded by clicking this, click that, and it downloads to your computer. If you wanted to see the syllabus, again, through Discord, you can click on this and it'll open up to our syllabus for each of the different pages of our syllabus. And then any other notes of message will appear here. What you happen to see on the far left-hand side are the logos for the different classes I've used Discord for. And as an example of how Discord can be used, let me go to some other screens so you can see some of the interesting things that have been done with Discord. In my ESYS 69 class, we have students that have uploaded videos, very short ones. You're limited to about 15-20-second short videos. It's almost like a tweet video and or Twitter video. And just to play this one for you, let's go ahead and select it. And what he's done here is he built a motor. Motor is a D-cell battery, some copper wire made into a loop, a couple of magnets, and that's all there is that's necessary to build a motor. Fundamentals of how Teslas work, very interesting. So we can have students upload short videos demonstrating their tasks that have been completed. Here is a discussion thread. This is something we will be using Discord a lot for, is our discussions. And so when you post a discussion, you have to preface it with WK for week 1, week 2, week 3, and then discussion. And then the first week for our discussion is to introduce yourself, why you are taking the course, what you hope to be able to learn from the course, how you will be applying this to where you work, and state 1 or 2 interests that you may have as a hobby or sports or some other personal interests. So you can see Harpreet here posted week 1 discussion. My name is Harpreet. I'm currently a student at Chabot working on an AS degree taking the course to advance career as instrumental technician. In his free time, he would like to work on cars, go to sports events, and travel. That's all there is that you need for an introduction. So when you do our discussion assignments, you will be making a weekly post based on the question that I put out there, and then you will find a classmate to reply to. So here, S8, here's a fellow that didn't use the appropriate format, first name, last name, or something that's easily identifiable. So in this particular class, most people have followed the format, and some people have chosen to do something different. We have no idea who S8 is. However, S8 did introduce himself as Izar Cardenas and described all of that. And then Harpreet did his post. And then as a reply to a classmate's post, Harpreet replied to S8, which is Izar, hi Izar, and made a comment following up on the S8's initial post, agreeing, disagreeing, or being in some way positively supporting a classmate. So we use this for discussions, and this is an example of what a discussion portion of Discord would look like. Another one here is my summer e-bike class, and this is something that you all will be learning how to do as well. Not build e-bikes, but you'll be learning how to construct QR codes, build a logo into the QR code, and the QR code you will be using as a link for any prospective employer to click on very quickly and be able to take that viewer to your electronic portfolio, which is your own website that will allow you to brag about something that you've done. In this particular case, this is a team that I worked with last summer in converting regular bicycles into electric bicycles. And the website that they've created talks about this kind of motor, another type of motor, the purpose of them taking the course. Each one had a contributory comment to the purpose statement. What type of materials did they use in order to build the e-bike? What was the procedure? So this is very, very informative to a prospective employer who wants to see what type of skills a particular individual, either individual or individual as part of a team, have learned, and the skills that are clearly documented in various aspects of this electronic portfolio. So, and then they've also included some videos. And they built their e-bikes. So this is what we will be using Discord for. And let's go ahead and show you what it may look like on your cell phone. So let me go to here. So on your cell phone, you would download this as an app, either through your Android phone or through your Apple phone from the App Store. And the Discord logo will appear on your screen like so, with this little face. In order to engage it, you simply click this and Discord launches. And as it launches, depending upon what course you are in, you can select and scroll on the left-hand side. If you or if several other instructors may be using Discord, then you can select between the courses that you are enrolled in for the semester. So for us, I will go ahead and hit C52, and you can see this is what I showed you on the bigger screen. Welcome to CAS 50. And you can also see that Professor Correa had responded earlier. I had built this back in December the 4th. And here is my welcome statement. Posted this a few minutes ago, and it shows, hello, everybody, welcome to CAS 50. And it does show an attachment. So I can click on this attachment on my phone and be able to see, okay, there's our syllabus right there. And if I wanted to see what the calendar of events for our syllabus are, I can see that in glorious detail right there for each of the different weeks, what's going to be happening in our class. So this is only for messaging, uploading videos, uploading short comments and things of that sort. You do not do your work on your cell phone. The screen is just too small and will not support doing work. But this is great for instant messaging for the purpose that I've demonstrated on the larger screen. Okay, once you've engaged Discord and registered properly with the appropriate username format, then you can start to communicate with me via my email or through Discord through Kogai. And so your messages should have a subject line, CAS 50, your full name, so that I know that who's communicating with me, how and why. And please do allow 24 business hours for responses to your questions, message requests, things of that sort. Don't plan on seeing anything after 5 p.m. on Fridays or weekends. This is 24-hour business hours, so Monday through Friday, regular business hours. I generally make every effort to try to reply within 24 business hours. But we do have office hours on Tuesdays from 11 to 1 on Discord, as well as by appointment. And our class meetings are going to be held weekly. There's going to be 3 lecture hours a week, 1 lab hour per week. And for those hours that you are engaged, you really ought to plan on another couple hours for actually doing your work. Okay. The class is going to be asynchronous. What that means is we are not meeting at any particular time of the week or time of day during the week. The assignments will be posted in Canvas. The videos will be posted in Canvas, as well as Discord, and will be your responsibility to click on the content and view all content in order to do the work. The tentative schedule is outlined here in your syllabus, and it shows from week 1 all the way through week 17 of course content work to be done. Our class ends officially in the 18th week on May the 23rd. Spring break is noted here on April the 4th, week of April the 4th, and everything is outlined here. Now I have 2 different colors that I'm using for the different textbooks. The blue colors for the Go Office textbook, and the red is for the Technology in Action textbook. And so each week we are showing what is the primary lesson to be learned for that particular week. The resources that you will be using will be from the bookstore. You will be acquiring the access to My IT Lab 2019 for Pearson for Go, and the people at the bookstore know exactly what it is that you need. So you need to get to the bookstore, purchase your access code. You want to save your receipt. Do not lose your receipt. If you lose your receipt and you lose your email message that they send you, you will have to buy the access code again. So you go to the bookstore, you buy the access code, you save your receipt, and what will happen is you need to provide your email to our friends at the bookstore, and your email has to be perfectly, exactly, properly spelled with no misspellings whatsoever. Your instructor is dyslexic. I sometimes flip letters back and forth. So whenever I type in something that's really important, like a email that's required for my access code, I triple check my spelling on my email and make sure that I have it typed in correctly. So you want to make sure your email to the bookstore is to your personal email, whether it's Hotmail, Gmail, whatever type of other Yahoo email, whatever you use, you want it to go to your personal email. And then what will happen is the publisher will send the access code to My IT Lab for you to access our textbooks electronically. They will send that information to you to your email. So that's how you acquire the electronic access to our textbooks. The textbooks are and the software is completely web-based. It is online, and it will work with Macs, it will work with PCs, it will work with Chromebooks. And for those of you who really want to have the hard copies, ISBNs for each of these textbooks is shown here. And there's also a Microsoft Office that is free to Chabot College students, and all you have to do is click this, and this will take you to the website on Chabot's the link on Chabot's website to acquire Microsoft Office. That's to allow you to do Word documents, Excel, PowerPoint on your computer. The My IT Lab allows you to view the textbooks in digital format on your computers. And so you need My IT Lab. So item number one is most important. Then scrolling down further, what we do recommend is you should have a flash drive, something that you can store your work in as a repository. This is a link to our course in Canvas. The grading is explained here. I won't read that to you. These other highlighted blue areas will take you links for very specific areas of assistance that the college offers. So rights and responsibilities are yours to review here. Financial aid is available. The DSRS Center is a great resource for helping students with their needs, whatever different things that they may encounter as challenges, technical or otherwise. Then the important dates are noted here, and we have general policies, and then the expectations from the students. You are to review all learning content presented in Canvas, Discord, and my recordings. Number two, weekly assignments are due to be completed by Sunday midnight each week, with the exception of the first week. The first week, we give you the full week until the following Tuesday. Number three, upload screenshots of your weekly grades into Canvas assignments to keep track of your progress. Number four, expectations from students is to address any grade issues that come up during the week in question for quick resolution. In other words, don't wait 2-3 weeks to ask a question about week 2 grades when we're already in week 7 or week 8. So don't procrastinate. Any type of grade issues that can resolve pretty quickly, but we want to do that within the week of concern. What are your expectations of your instructor? Please expect that I will update your progress grades each week by Monday midnight. Your assignments are due by Sunday midnight, so I have Monday midnight to do my grading. Just because you finish a task, you will not see an automatic grade get posted. So the grades are updated once a week. Inquiries will be answered within a 24-hour business day. So those are the instructor expectations. Then at the end, it will be my bio, which shows my background information, where I worked professionally for in industry as well as in education. So that is our syllabus. And now let's go on and show you what Canvas looks like when you click onto Canvas. So the Canvas link is here. Right here is your Canvas link. So hit Control and hit this. And this will take us to Canvas. Give it a moment. Okay, computer applications. All right. And let me go to student view. All right, so in the student view, let me make this a little larger so you can see better. There we go. So in the student view, what it is that you will see home, you will see modules, and My Lab and mastering. And grades are here, syllabus is here. So these are the most common components you'll be using. Actually, for you, the most common component will be modules. But when you first get started, you have your access code. They're going to ask you to connect with us through My Lab and mastering. So when you first go into Canvas, when you receive your code from the bookstore email, you will click on this guy, and that will take you to here. You will go to Open My Lab and Mastering, click on this guy, and then follow the prompts. You have to agree to their EULA. EULA is your Universal User License Agreement, and read through that, and if everything is copacetic, you will go ahead, hit accept, and then follow the rest of the prompts to get totally engaged in My Lab IT. I've done that before, so I can't click on these screens again to to do this again. Then once you've linked your access code to MyLab and Mastering, then go to modules. And for the rest of the semester, for the most part, your work is going to be done in modules on the computer that you have linked up with MyLab and Mastering through your access code. And what you see here are the first 2 weeks. Each week is collapsed. Each week is like a folder. And each week has a switch. If I click this little triangle, the switch will open up the contents of that particular folder. If I click on this triangle again, the switch will close the contents. Click on this, it'll show you the contents of week 2. Okay. And so when we look at week 1, what it is that we will be doing is there's going to be a folder that says instructions. The syllabus is here. Discord registration is a 25-point graded exercise. So when you finish your Discord registration, come Monday midnight, I will go ahead and enter the 25 points that you have earned for registering onto Discord. Within Discord, you will be doing the discussion. And so the discussion is worth 20 points. And when you finish the discussion, again, in Discord, on Monday night, I will go ahead and record the 20 points that you will earn here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the instructions look like for week number 1. Click on this guy and it'll open up the instructions page. And the instructions page says, number 1, read the syllabus. Number 2, sign into Discord at that same link. Be sure to use a username that is first name, last name. You earn your first 25 points by me seeing your username in the proper format in Discord. And grades are entered Monday nights. They're not automatically entered when any of your tasks are completed. Number 3, view but do not do your objectives. Learn how objectives 1 through 5. You don't do those, you just view those. And the purpose of going through those 5 objectives is really to get a feel for the vocabulary that we're going to be using in our course. The new words describe the different parts of a window, different parts of a desktop, and the new vocabulary is summarized on pages 97 to 100 of your textbook. And here's a quick link to that and what the vocabulary looks like. If I click on this guy, will take us to, here's on page 97. Good moment, and here's Pearson page 97. And let me go ahead and magnify this so you can see this better. And scroll down a little bit, a lot of really, really good vocabulary here. What is booting the computer? The phrase means the process of turning on the computer. So it gives you a phrase on the left in red, and it gives you the definition on the right. And notice that if you put your mouse hovering over the phrase in red, it is a link that you can click on, and it will take you specifically and immediately to that portion of the chapter for that gives you the details of explaining what booting the computer is, how it works, and why you would use it. There's many, many other ones. You are not required to memorize these, but you will encounter these words, and it's important that you have some degree of familiarity. What is the desktop? The desktop is a simulation of a real desk, represents your work area. And here you can arrange icons, which are the symbols. They are shortcuts to files, folders, and various types of documents in the same manner you would arrange physical objects on the top of a desk. Well, that's a nice definition. But if you read the textbook or you click on here, you can actually see what the textbook is talking about. In a moment, let me click on this guy. And it will take us to that part of your electronic book when you start talking about the desktop. And it goes to here, and there's a video in the section. Click on this. And there's audio that is associated with this as well, and this leads you through step by step for that particular description in the textbook. You can adjust the speed. So if you want to work a little faster, it will speak faster, it will go through the lesson faster. If you want to go a little slower, it'll slow the speech and slow the lesson down just a tad. You have a volume control right here. You also have closed captioning, which is handy. And then you have your speaker volume control. And plus you can also maximize that video screen like this, and you'll be able to see so much bigger for any lesson. When you're ready to collapse this back to regular size, you hit these double arrows on the lower right-hand side, click, and now it goes back to its regular size. When you are done with this particular portion of your textbook, we can go ahead and close this particular guy here, and we come right back to our vocabulary. So let's go ahead here. Yep. Back here. Mouse. So complete our discussion regarding the instructions page in Canvas. This is what would happen if we click a link within the instruction set. Item number 4 says you're going to view the instructor video for a task. The task is called Office Features Chef's Notes. And once you have viewed the instructor's video, you will then go ahead and proceed and complete the Office Features 1A Chef's Notes that's assigned below. So this is what the instruction sheet would look like. Read the syllabus, sign into Discord, earn your 25 points, tells you about the grades, view but do not do objectives number 1 through 5, and try to familiarize yourself with the new vocabulary. The new vocabulary is accessed here, and let's go ahead and show you it. Back to modules. And then within week 1, we have syllabus, registration, discussion. What is your discussion responsibility for the first week? Click on this particular guy here, and it'll show you that weekly discussions are postings by you and replies by you, and they are to be completed in discord.com. Part 1 is your post. It's worth up to 10 points. I say up to 10 points because not everybody does a complete post according to the instructions. And so you can earn up to 10 points for your paragraph of your particular opinion addressing the question of interest. You should preface your posting as week number 1, week number 2, week number 3 discussion. So you preface it with this lead, and then you answer your questions. And so the questions are: number 1, introduce yourself to the class. Number 2, what do you want to learn in this course? Number 3, how do you hope to apply our course content to your career? Number 4, which interests or hobbies might you want to share with the class? So your posting will be addressing these 4 questions in as complete English sentences with proper spelling as possible. Once that is posted, then it's your responsibility to look through the postings in Discord, find a posting that is interesting that you would like to reply to, and you click on that classmate's posting, and you can click on to reply, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Try not to reply to a post that 20 people have already responded to. Try to find something that fewer people may have responded to. But what you want to do is you want to compare ideas. You can agree or in a friendly way, disagree on certain topics. You really want to support each other in your academic journey. We do not use Discord. Do not use Discord as a online chat room in the negative sense. All of our comments and such are to be posted in a college level, collegial format. Nothing disparaging, nothing that would be offensive to the general body and audience of all of us who are using Discord. So for example, here's Harpreet's posting. He posted his name, he did it right, week 1 discussion. My name is Harpreet. And so if I saw this and I wanted to reply to this, I will come over here. I could add a reaction. I could do this and say, hey, there's a thumbs up. Okay, now I've just posted a thumbs up. Okay, co-guy reacted with a thumbs up. I can also scroll over here next to his name and hit reply. And then I could, in the message down below, it shows I am viewing an older message. I am replying to Harpreet Sheena. And so I will go down here and say, great posting Harpreet. I agree with your goals as I am also looking to improve my skills. Okay, couple of sentences. I made this short. Once you've finished typing in your message, all you have to do is hit the enter button. The moment I hit enter, what will happen is my message will go all the way down to the very chronologically to the end of all of this, which is quite a ways down because this is from a previous. Here we go. So it now goes to show that on January the 13th, 2023, at 8 p.m., Kogai responded to, here's a little link here, Harpreet Sheena, week 1 discussion, blah, 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 blah. I put down great posting, Harpreet. I agree with your goals as I am also looking to improve my skills. Boom. That is my reply. And so you are to do something similar. So your posting is worth 10 points and your reply is worth 10 points. And that is the gist of your Discord discussion. Then you also have here, these little icons here are web links. And these web links will take you to the different parts of MyLab IT. And so if I click on this guy, this will take you to the textbook area. And the textbook that I've posted here is the Office textbook. We have 2 textbooks. One is the technology textbook, the other one is the Office textbook. And within the Office textbook, I can hit the table of contents. I can scroll here to go to a particular point of interest. If I wanted to take a look at project for Chef's Note, I could, or I could just go ahead and view this from the beginning. And different project tasks. And here is how to get going with a particular one. Let me go ahead and shrink this guy down a little bit. Okay, so here's one in the textbook, and this allows me to view what's going on. So I will click this play button and maximize this. And I won't play the whole thing for you, but your textbook is available to you with a click of a button right there. Now, we also have, within week 1, the different objectives, objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're just going to view these. And so if I take a look at objective number 2 as an example, it will take you directly to the learning exercise. You will click the play. And some of these are a little longer, some of these are a little shorter. This one's a 2-minute one, some are 5 or 6 minutes. A couple of the longer ones could be up to 10 minutes or more. So we have 5 of these for you to view through. I don't want you to, in this first week, do these exercises, but listen and watch carefully what's being pointed to, what words are being used, and really to get more familiarized with the vocabulary. Because you're learning a new language, just like any language that you learn, whether it's Spanish or French or German or Italian or Latin, you have to listen and you have to speak it and you have to see the words as they're spelled, as they're being spoken. So that's the purpose of these 5 lessons, is really to allow you to hear the words, see what words are related to what part of the computer screen, and that will help you in understanding some of the words as we use them in upcoming tasks. So let's go back to modules. And that presumes that you have gone ahead and viewed objectives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there will be the actual assignments. So there's an assignment here that is worth 50 points, another one that's worth 50 points. And the chef's notes, if I go here, this is really good. And I will do this again next week in greater detail to show you how we're going to use each one of these. This will take you to this particular task. When you follow each of the steps as outlined, you will ultimately submit the assignment. But I will wait till next week to show you the particular task that's to be completed. But I just wanted to show you how we access that in modules. So we have 2 tasks for you to do at the end of this module sequence. One is called chef notes, and the other one is called director notes. Each one of these is worth 50 points. That's all there is to do for week 1. Try to keep it light, keep it simple, keep it fun, keep it interesting. And I realize not everybody's getting their software right away, so there's flexibility in getting the assignments turned in by the following Tuesday. Usually our work is all due on Sunday midnights, but the first week we will extend that for 2 extra nights to Tuesday the 24th. When we take a peek into week 2, in week 2, we have the instructions for week 2, and the instructions will look like this. Simple, just follow each of these. And it tells you that you will have an application video to view. There's a link to your textbook for reference. There's a simulation training for Flyer. Then there's a task to be done called Flyer. There's a simulation training for programs, and then there's a task for you to complete for programs. And then there's also some other things for you to be doing, and this will be updated as we develop our course during the semester. Come back to modules, and keep in mind, so you're not scrolling forever, you can and should collapse each one of the previous weeks, and that makes it easier for you to scroll through week 4, week 5, week 6 by collapsing each of the previous weeks as we move on through the semester. So this is what Canvas looks like, and the part that you'll be engaged in. Now, if we go to grades, you'll be able to see your progress, and it'll say grades for test student. It'll be your name here. So grade for I'm a sample, grade for John Smith, grade for whoever. Your name will appear here, and what will appear is the different tasks, what points they are worth, what due dates they are due by, and what is your status. So for Discord registration, once you're on Discord, come Monday midnight, if not sooner, I will enter the score and you will see 25 out of 25. For the chef's notes, director's notes for week 1, you'll see a score, some number out of 50, hopefully 45 or 50 out of 50. And the same for director's notes. And then for the discussion, there's 10 points for the posting, 10 points for the reply. That's total of 20 points. So in the first week, we happen to have 145 points possible so far for week number 1. Week number 2, we have some things here, 50-50. So so far for week 2, we're looking at 120 points so far. So you'll be able to see in your grade sheet your progress, and it'll show with a summary percentage how many points you've scored out of how many total, and what your percentage is for your progress. And so this is self-explanatory. So as I say, when you first start with us, you get your email code sent to you by email for My Lab and Mastering, and then all of the rest of the work that you'll be doing with us submittals and uploads and things will be some will be in Discord and some will be in Canvas. So this is just a very quick introduction, and I look forward to working with all of you this semester. We'll have a lot of fun and learn lots together. And with that, have a most wonderful evening.